Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Enjoy Video Gaming. I also run a website which is the same name as my channel. It's www.enjoyvideogaming.com. On the blog I talk about games that I find, games that I play, and just a bunch of random stuff about games. I hope to use this YouTube channel as the same. I'll probably do more gameplay videos than I will about finds because picking up video games is very sporadic for me. Usually I'll come across them at a thrift store, or I'll get them off of eBay, or they just somehow land in my lap. But that doesn't mean I won't do any videos like that. This is my first video, so I figured I would use it to show off my video game collection. So let's take a look at that. Alright, we will start off over here. As you can see, I have a Guitar Hero drum set and some guitars for PS2. I have 2 guitars. There you go. Right here is a case full of stuff. Up here is a Game Gear case that I found at a thrift store for like $1. I couldn't pass it up. I think it's pretty cool. Open the first drawer here. We have over here Game Boy games. Over here, Game Gear games. As you can see, I have a Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy Advance SP. That is a Nintendo version. And this bag over here is an original Game Boy. That's the first drawer. Second drawer here is just some miscellaneous cables. Got some AV cables for PlayStation, Game Gear adapter, my adapter for my Game Boy Advance SP. In here we got some my Super Nintendo games and my Nintendo 64 games. Obviously the collection is not that big, but I have some. Next drawer we have my Atari collection and my Game Gear. Also a bunch of miscellaneous controllers, 64 and Super Nintendo. And last but not least in this drawer, a lot more controllers. Just a bunch of miscellaneous ones. I try to pick them up whenever I find them for super cheap because you never know when they're going to stop working. That's all that is. Alright, we'll move to the bookcase. Up here I have some stuff in a box. My Dreamcast, which is actually out right now. A couple of Super Nintendo games. My awesome portable Genesis right here, RetroGen. And then back there is a PS1 box if you had sent it in for service. So, not the actual box. And, as you can see, a lot of Nintendo games. A lot. That's my biggest collection. I have 225 games. I also have some doubles that you can see up here. Kind of. I have 2 in a box. Yoshi and Golf. They're complete. The games are not in either of them. They're sitting out. Some Nintendo fun stuff right there. Over here we got more doubles and then my Atari Venture in the box. This blank game right here is it's got a bunch of random games in it. It was originally in another like a knockoff system. I moved it to a cartridge, so I just put it in, and it's like one of those controllers that have like 5 million games. That's all that is. Down here we have my PS2. It's out right now because I was playing my Dreamcast. My PS1 games, again, not a lot. Most of them are junk, but I got them free, so I can't complain. My one PS1 long box, Twisted Metal, I got it at their store for like $2. My one and only Dreamcast game, that's it, Space Channel 5. I've been slacking on buying them. My extra copy of Legend of Dragoon. Down here, some DS games, not that big of a collection, I wish I had more. Some Wii games, again, not that big, I wish I had more. My PlayStation 3 games, I have 2, I don't know, I guess I want more eventually. My PS2 games, not a lot, but quite a bit. And my Master System, which is not hooked up right now. Ghostbusters is in it, that game's hard. Over here, as you can see, I have a dance pad. Right there is a Beatmania controller for PS2. Move on to my entertainment system. My PlayStation 3. It's 80 gig, not backwards compatible. GameCube. I know that it turns on, but I don't have any games and controllers, so I'm sure it works because it turns on just fine. My Wii. We'll move down here to below the TV. One of my Nintendos, I have two. One of my Super Nintendos, I have two. My Nintendo 64 with Mario Kart 64 in it. Can't really see that very well because it's dark. I actually have 3 Nintendo 64s. My Dreamcast, my only one. My Genesis, I actually have 2 of those, and there is Ren and Stimpy. So, that's all those. We'll move over here. I have one of those Yobo systems. It works pretty well, but if you look online, you can hear about how some of the games don't work very well, which is very true. I encountered that, especially with Kirby. My power converter for my Genesis, if you don't know what this is, you put it in your Sega Genesis and you can play the Master System games, also the card slot. Right here is my Saturn. I have nothing to hook it up with. It uses a standard power cable like a PS2, so it powers on. I had someone test it and it works, but I have no way of hooking it up at the moment, so it sits there collecting dust for now. I have 2 PS1s and a memory card. There's a manual right there. They both work. My NES Advantage controller. I have never tried this. I'm assuming that it works. I cleaned it up a bit. I got it off of Craigslist for like $5 or something like that. I had bought a Nintendo off of someone and they gave me that for free. So, can't complain if it doesn't work. It was only $5. Genesis games. Don't have a whole lot, but I do have some. Genesis. Down here, my very, very small Master System collection. Very small. Some Saturn games. Again, I have no idea if they work because my Saturn does not have any cables, and my cat's in the way. And some loose Genesis games. My RetroGen works good. I had a niece kind of drop it a few times, but it still works fine. So there you have it. That is my game collection for now.